Hey you folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to some Let's Try X-Wing. X-Wing is a very old school space shooter simulator, I guess you would say. It's basically like being in the seat of an X-Wing, going around, shooting down some TIE fighters, doing that sort of thing. It's got the very sort of like military sim feel, and it's got some great sort of storylines and voice acting thrown in there. Originally this came out for DOS. That's how old this is. It then came out with a Windows version, and then finally GOG.com just released a sort of expanded or a revised edition, or I don't know what you would call it, that works on modern versions of Windows. The game still runs at 640 by 480, very 8-bit graphics in terms of the color palette. And, you know, it's definitely a little bit out there. As I move my mouse around here, you can actually see, like here I'm on the far right side of the screen on my side. You can see here it opens the door. So the mouse coordinates on my recording don't quite match up with the screen, just because it is so, like, this is so wacky and old. But despite all that, it's still fantastic. I will say that you're only going to get about 1% of the proper experience of this game, because I have to mute the music in this game, because not only does it get copyright flagged on YouTube, YouTube actually mutes the entire video. You get zero audio because it's got the actual Star Wars score. All that great Star Wars music is in this game. And that really makes it, especially when you're just flying around in space to your next objective, the music makes it epic and awesome. So, yeah, so unfortunately, you won't get the full experience here because I have to mute that, but trust me, it is fantastic. So before you start, you actually have to go and I used to play this game all the time when it originally came out. Freaking loved it. Definitely recommend a joystick if you can pull it off, because it makes the game 100,000 times more enjoyable. So you register your pilot, you've got a rank and some scores and things. I can go and check to see I've completed a few missions. I've already earned the Calidor Crescent. I got a bronze cluster on the last one. 3 Tour 1 ribbons. I've got a flight officer rank. I don't think I've leveled up. I think I've started on flight officer. I'm not sure. I don't have any medals yet. Still early in this campaign. But we're going to go ahead and just pop back in. So, oh yeah, I keep pointing at things with the mouse, forgetting that you guys can't actually see what I'm pointing at. Derp, derp. Oh well. You do have a few things when we're on this starbase here. We can go to the Pilot Proving Ground, which basically allows us to run some obstacle courses and get used to how our ships fly, that sort of thing, which is pretty good. Historical combat, you can just load up some direct missions and get to experience those, and they're pretty awesome, actually. And some of them can be really, really hard, especially if you play the classic version, which is what originally came out, as opposed to the updated version, which makes them sort of more winnable. We've got a tech room here where we can find out about the different ships we can fly, because even though this game is called X-Wing, you can fly the X-Wing, the A-Wing, the Y-Wing, the B-Wing, and I think the, what is it, the Z95? Fighter, like the precursor to the X-Wing, I think. So there's quite a bit of variety. I'll also point out that there is an excellent TIE Fighter game. It originally came out a year or two after X-Wing, and it's actually a much, much, much better game. For a few reasons. One, the technology is a little bit better. There's a few extra options when you're flying around that make the game a little bit more interesting. It's also better because evil is better and good is stupid, obviously. And the quest, the missions are much more interesting. They've got a lot more sort of secondary objectives and sort of like hidden objectives by like the Emperor's secret forces and kind of things like that. That being said, X-Wing is still really good. X-Wing is like a 98% and a TIE Fighter is like a 99%. It's like that. It's like hard to get better than this game, but somehow the TIE Fighter game managed it. You can actually record movies in flight, and then you can replay them in the film room. Over here is where you can change your pilot. And finally, we can continue our tour of duty. So again, I've completed a few missions. These sort of cutscenes blew us away back in the day. It is going to be a 3D game. Barely. Barely a 3D game. This is pre-rendered. But there we go. We've arrived at the Calamari Cruiser Defiance, which is where we run our primary tour of duty from. And here's our mission log.
Evacuation.
Okay, yeah, last mission I helped with the brig evacuation. Here we're continuing that theme.
Until the last shuttle arrives.
Okay, I'm going to be in the X-Wing Red Squadron. I'll probably be Red 1.
And protect our wounded.
Okay.
Frigate Redemption is receiving.
Alright, just protect the frigate. It's the only thing we have to do here. Or the frigates. Well, no. The frigate will probably defend itself. We've got to mostly protect the shuttles. So, kill things as they show up. So the last mission was pretty brutal. I was escorting a bunch of ships leaving Briga, and then a Star Destroyer dropped in on top of us. I was not in a situation to attack the Star Destroyer in any way, but I had to keep shooting down the X-Wing, or the TIE fighters, and especially the TIE bombers before they blew up all our stuff. Alright, so here's what it looks like in flight. I've got some hotkeys to target, to cycle between all targets. There's a hotkey that targets the nearest fighter, another hotkey that targets the nearest fighter attacking me. You'll also just notice to the right of the central screen, there's the ELS. That's the engine power, laser recharge rate, and shield recharge rate. Right now, we are even everywhere. I can boost it up. Like, I can boost the shield recharge rate. At the middle line, it keeps everything constant. And by putting it above the middle, it'll actually add more charge. We can actually overcharge the shields, which I'm going to start slowly trickling in before battle goes in. And when you add more laser or shield recharge, you suck power away from the engines. Right now, my laser cannons are in single fire mode. I can link them to be doubled or even quad fire mode. I like to go double fire mode. I can also, it looks like I've got a 6-pack of photon torpedoes, or proton torpedoes. What are they called in Star Wars as opposed to Star Trek? Proton torpedoes? I don't know. Anyway, I can toggle them on. They're called proton torpedo launchers. There we go. And I can even link fire them if I want. So, oh, we got TIE bombers. TIE bombers have just been detected. So in the top left corner, we've got the forward sensors, and top right, we've got the rear sensor. So I just targeted them. Let's go to full speed. I'm going to bring my shield balance back to balanced. And so all the enemies are over there near our frigate. I can pull up a map. I can re-pull up the briefing if I want. I can also toggle my shields around. Full aft, full forward, or balanced. And it's actually something you'd have to do from time to time. As you take, say, forward shield damage, your forward shields will be low until you rebalance them all the way around. Oh, looks like one of our frigates. Am I just flying by it, or is it hyperspacing away? It might have hyperspaced away. For the bomber, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to hit them with a 2-pack of missiles. I don't think that'll be quite enough to finish them off, but it'll weaken them considerably. And then we'll close in with lasers at that point. I want to take them out fast before they can launch their bombs. They've got quite a good range on that. And again, I wish the music were on, because this part of the game would be about a bajillion times more awesome with music. Alright, once we get to 2.5 clicks, the missiles will attempt to start locking on. As soon as it turns red, I can fire. There we go. I cycle to the next one. Where is it? Down below. And do the same thing. Fire missiles, and I'm going to switch over to the laser cannons after to finish it off. Ooh, missiles are missing. I mean, it's right there in the name. Of course they're going to miss. I think I kind of wasted some missiles there, but that's okay. I think the first one was killed by the missiles, because it was more of a head-on shot. Generally speaking, you want to fire the missiles directly into their face or into their rear, so that they have an easier time sort of pathing around. We got some TIE fighters. Where is it? There. TIE fighters are really fast, but they don't have shields, so usually it just takes a couple of laser cannon hits to kill them. I could go with the quad shot, but the chance that like multiple lasers actually hit is a little bit challenging. When the reticule turns green, it is your flight computer predicting that you will hit if you shoot there, but it doesn't really
Docking operation complete.
predict turns and things like that. So, especially when you're in a dog fight like this, you're going to have to shoot a little bit before that happens. And I don't know if you noticed, but I actually ducked when that happens. The sound of my lasers have changed. The laser charge bars right above my display computers, they go down with every shot. And right now they're in sort of normal charge mode. If they're in double charge, wow, that is far away. If they're overcharged, then they'll do more damage. They also sound a lot better. I'll try to demonstrate that soon. I'm going to try to close in over here. Okay, just waiting for them to overcharge. Okay, now they're all in overcharge. So listen to this sound, and then keep listening. And they get a little less interesting. Alright, let's try to recharge them. Shields are balanced. Balance all this up. I'm very far away from the fight. TIE fighters over there. It looks like some more TIE bombers have come in too, and I much prefer... I'm going to target the TIE bombers first. Actually, I'm going to tell my wingman. I don't have a wingman I can command? He's over there. Oh. He might not actually be... Or he might actually be the wing leader. Or they're on a different wing. I'm just going to try to tell them to target TIE Bomber Gamma 2 and then I'd go after Gamma 1 or something like that. I don't know if there's a Gamma 1. There's a 3. One may have already been destroyed. But yeah, I'm going to focus fire on the bombers. I think the X-Wings, the rest of the X-Wings are going to engage the TIE fighters. It depends on sort of who they see first and what the range is. But the bombers are very dangerous with their torpedoes. Alright, so I'm going to hit this guy with a 2-pack. And then go on to Gamma 3. Hope this kills Gamma 2 by itself. Alright, getting a lock. Fire. Whoops. Accidentally changed targets. Oh, they're firing! No! Change weapons. Okay, so I did kill that guy, I think. Yeah, there we go, I got the message at the bottom. But not before they fire their torpedoes. Now, you can actually shoot down torpedoes, but they do go a little too fast. I can't chase these, unfortunately. Oh, Gamma 2 is still there. Get off, there you go. Gotta hit them so that they stop their run, at least. Got a TIE fighter behind me with some hull damage. Not coming for me, though. Good stuff. Let's even out the laser recharge rates. Who's left? No one. What's this red blip over here? Oh, that's an enemy frigate. That's what's potentially launching these guys. Oh, I see. No! We lost a Corvette. Those torpedoes hit. Ah! That's really bad. I probably should have stayed around the frigate here, knowing that it's the thing that was launching. I think that's what I saw hyperspace. I think it launched an attack force from one side of the map, and then it dropped into hyperspace very quickly to jump to the other side of the map. I see some more stuff. No, those are antennas or something. Alright, let's just engage this TIE fighter. If I can get him before he starts dodging, especially if he's on a run on something else.
Docking operation complete.
Oh, I'm being hit in the rear. So I probably have a TIE on my 6.
Nice shot.
There we go. Hit the hotkey that targets the closest enemy who's attacking me. And then I'll cycle my shields around so that they're balanced in the rear again. I don't think I need to charge them. I do need to keep my laser recharge rate up so that I've got the double strength cannons. These guys are such a pain in the ass to hit sometimes.
Nice shot.
There we go. Okay, that's all. Whoa, I'm getting a little close to the frigate. It's starting to shoot at me. So let's put it at my 6. No, Frigate Redemption is my friendly one. Frigate Unknown. There we go. But they've launched more TIE fighters. Come on, you. Okay, those green lasers that are coming from the bottom of the screen, I think they're from the enemy frigate. Which is definitely not good. There we go. Get the next guy. So we do have to wait for the mission to complete here. Oh, what was that message? Oh my god, we lost an X-Wing. What? Come on, guys. Stay away from that that frigate. Okay, I'm gonna fly away from it. Ow. A little bit of evasive maneuvers. Put in a little bit of shield boost. Let's go all aft shields until we get a little further away from this frigate. Now, we may have actually completed. Normally there's a nice musical sting. No, we've still got another medical. Another medical frigate. Where is it? 6 clicks away. Alright, I'm going to fly a little bit closer to the friendlies. Stay away from the enemy frigate. Let's balance the shields again. Let's keep the lasers in maintenance. Pump a little bit more into the shields. That'll be fine. And we do have a TIE fighter closing in on us. So, let's loop. Engage. Oh! Oh no, I can't move. Oh, I can't steer. Oh, this is bad. So, let's open up the damage report. I flew directly into him to make it easier for me to just land the blow. And I was like, I got shields. I'll be fine. No, he pierced my forward shield and took out my flight system. R2 will repair it in about 20 seconds. But right now, I can't steer. I still have other controls. Let's bounce the shields. Let's pump the shield recharge rate to the max. Come on. Come on, R2. Okay, the last medvac has docked, which is good. Oh my god, my rear. Come on! Oh no! Oh god, this is bad. We're taking much more system damage. Alright, balance the shields that we can. Just go into full evasive maneuvers here. Any other systems damaged right now? Or is it just my cockpit? Alright, we're good. Well, we're clearly not good. But we're not dead yet, and everything is working. Alright. Delta 1. We did hit him, but we didn't kill him on that run. Like, he did so much damage to me. Alright, there we go. It was my mistake, flying directly into the enemy. Especially since I didn't kill him. If I'd gone to quad shots and landed it a little bit sooner, I might have been able to finish him before he did much damage to me. But this is the proper way to engage these guys. But it is nice to be able to demonstrate the cockpit damage, and the system damage as well. Okay, that's it for the enemies. Now, I think... Let me fly towards the friendly over here.
Docking operation complete.
New TIE fighters. Hang on. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of everything. Definitely fly away from the frigate here, which was shooting at me, and try to loop above it. Alright, what do we got that's still in the field? Oh, there's still a medvac. Oh, I think they're warping away. Okay, the frigate has gone away. That's gone away. I'm sure we're going to get our little success message in a second here. I'm being hit in the back. Oh my god! I did not realize I was being pursued. I got no weapons. Excellent. Are we done our mission? I think we're done our mission. I think I can just hyperspace away at this point. Assuming my hyperdrive is still working. Well, this has been a great demonstration, not of my flying skill. I was all ready to complain about how easy this game can be. Sometimes. But apparently, this is a nice hard one. I can eject. Alright, let me check my damage report, make sure the hyperspace is done. I think my mission is complete. Again, normally, auto-ejection is out, cannons are out. If I get shot now, I would die. So, let's try I think the mission is done. Normally, the music would change at this point to more of a success score, so you would know if you've won. So let's just lock the X-foils, get the hell out of here. But isn't this great? I think it's fantastic. And again, it's so much better with the music. Ah, the music makes it amazing. Alright, returning to Defiance in a broken-ass ship. Mission was a failure. Why? Corvette Korolev failed mission. Is there another Corvette coming in? Oh no! I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to clearly replay that one. So, distracted by too much talk, but I hope I sold the fact that this game is really, really amazing. And again, the TIE Fighter one is arguably even better. Although what I would do is I would say play X-Wing first, because X-Wing is really, really good. And I think if you went from TIE Fighter to X-Wing, you might be a little disappointed in X-Wing. But if you start with X-Wing, you'll like it. And then if you move to TIE Fighter after that, you'll like it even more. There's also a great TIE Fighter versus X-Wing game that came out sometime after these two. But there was no real campaign in that. It was mostly about dogfighting. It was really good and had a lot of really great multiplayer, which X-Wing and TIE Fighter do not have. But yeah, anyway, you can check out the link down below, and I'll see you guys next time.